Listen up, Leeds United supporters. What I'm about to tell you will have you gripping your seats, shouting at your screens, and questioning everything you thought you knew about this transfer window. We've got three massive stories that have just dropped, and trust me, each one hits harder than the last. First, we've got a striker situation that's gone from bad to absolutely disastrous. And I'm not just talking about one player here. Then there's a playmaker saga that could either save our season or leave us scrambling like headless chickens. And finally, oh boy, this is where it gets really interesting. There's a last gasp transfer move that nobody saw coming, involving a name that'll make your jaw drop to the floor. Before we dive into this roller coaster, smash that like button if you're ready for some proper Leeds United drama. Hit subscribe because you won't want to miss what happens next, and drop a comment telling me how you're feeling right now, because things are about to get wild. The first bombshell involves a nightmare debut that's got Daniel Farke pulling his hair out and the Elland Road faithful wondering if we've made the biggest mistake of the summer. Right then, Whites, let's talk about Dominic Calvert-Lewin and what can only be described as an absolute shocker of a debut. Remember when we all thought signing him on a free was brilliant business? Well, that optimism crashed and burned harder. And then a penalty shootout against Sheffield Wednesday. Picture this, Elland Road buzzing, fans expecting their new striker to show what he's made of, and what do we get? Calvert-Lewin comes on after an hour, misses chance after chance, then, and this is where it gets painful, blazes his penalty over the bar in a shootout where Leeds didn't score a single penalty. Not one against Sheffield Wednesday's makeshift side. The same Sheffield Wednesday dealing with their own crisis. It was embarrassing, it was heartbreaking, and it was a stark reminder that free transfers don't always mean free success. But here's where it gets interesting, and why Daniel Farke might be having sleepless nights. While we were chasing Calvert-Lewin, there was another striker on our radar, Fotis Ioannidis from Panathinaikos. The 25-year-old Greek international, with 17 caps and 6 goals for his country. Now Greek journalist Yannis Chorianopoulos has just dropped a bombshell. Panathinaikos are willing to accept $25 million, 29 for 21.5, plus a sell-on clause for Ioannidis. The timing couldn't be more brutal. Here we are watching our free transfer striker struggle against lower league opposition, while a proven striker is available for a fee that, let's be honest, isn't astronomical in today's market. 6 goals in 26 Super League games might not sound earth-shattering, but at least he's been scoring consistently at the top level. The lad's been hot property across Europe, with Sporting CP also circling like vultures, but no deal's been struck yet. The worst part? We've already spent over $100 million this summer, started with $150 million in the kitty, and now we're looking at potentially needing another striker because our free transfer gamble isn't paying off. Farke's gotta be thinking, have I left this too late? With days left in the window, panic mode might just be setting in at Elland Road. The pressure's mounting, the fans are getting restless, and every passing hour makes this decision more crucial. But hold on to your scarves, because this striker situation is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, while we're panicking about strikers, there's another drama unfolding that could either be our salvation or another missed opportunity. Facundo Buonanotte, remember that name. Whites, because it might just be the answer to our attacking prayers. This Argentine wizard had an absolute blinder on loan at Leicester last season, playing alongside our new signing James Justin and Bilal Elkanous. The lad's got that South American flair, that magic out of nothing that gets fans off their seats. He can play wide, drop into the number 10 role, or even push up as a second striker. Exactly what Farke's been crying out for. The versatility alone makes him worth his weight in gold in today's market. Here's where it gets juicy though. Brighton have left Buonanotte out of their squad for the 3rd time this season. Against Oxford United in the Carabao Cup, despite making changes, the Argentine was nowhere to be seen. That's not rotation. That's a clear message. Brighton want him in the Premier League on loan, and according to reports, we're leading the race. But you know how these things work in football. Leading the race means absolutely nothing until contracts are signed and medical tests are passed. But here's the kicker. Dortmund and Lyon are sniffing around too. While they haven't pulled the trigger yet, you know how these things go. 1 minute you're leading the race, the next you're watching your target sign somewhere else while you're left wondering what went wrong. The competition is fierce, the timeline is tight, and Brighton are being picky about where their young star goes next. The beautiful thing about this potential deal is that it's a loan. With $108.5 million already spent without major sales, we're scraping the bottom of the financial barrel. A loan for Bonanot makes perfect sense. We get that flair player who can excite the supporters. Brighton get their man Premier League experience, and we don't break the bank. It's smart business in a summer where we've already made 10 signings and still need more quality. This could be the signing that transforms our attacking play from predictable to absolutely electric. But time's running out, and you know what? They say about Leeds and transfer windows. We either strike gold or leave everyone wondering what might have been. But wait, there's more. The final story will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about our transfer strategy. Right, Whites, buckle up because this final story is going to blow your minds. Timo Werner, yes, that Timo Werner, is being considered as a shock late move for Leeds United. I can already hear you screaming at your screens. And trust me, I'll get it. Let's be honest here. After watching our attacking display against Arsenal, a painful 5-0 reality check that had fans leaving early, and that penalty shootout disaster against Sheffield Wednesday, it's crystal clear we need more firepower. Farke has admitted it, the fans can see it, and apparently the club's doing something about it. The German manager knows his attacking options are limited, and with Noah Okafor already signed but needing more support, Werner could be the wild card. Nobody expected. Now, Timo Werner isn't just any striker. We're talking about the German speedster who once scored 28 goals in 34 Bundesliga appearances, earning himself a $45 million move to Chelsea. Sure, his Premier League record shows 12 goals and 20 assists in 87 appearances, but here's the thing. Our counter-attacking style could be perfect for his pace and movement. The man's got international pedigree and experience at the highest level. Even if his English adventure didn't go to plan initially, RB Leipzig are desperate to offload the 29-year-old. And here's where it gets interesting. He's been unreceptive to approaches from both Leeds and Burnley so far. But that could just be negotiation tactics, couldn't it? Players say no until the right offer comes along. His recent loan spells at Tottenham haven't set the world alight, but maybe a change of scenery to Yorkshire and our attacking philosophy could unlock the Werner we all remember from his Leipzig heyday. The timing is absolutely mental though. We're in the final days of the window. We've already spent over $100 million on 10 new signings, and now we're potentially adding an 11th with a player who's had recent loan spells at Tottenham. Werner might not have set the world alight in the Premier League before, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Plus, with Nottingham Forest beating us to Delane backward, we need alternatives and we need them fast. Think about it. If Werner finds his form, we've got a proven international striker who knows the pace and physicality of English football. If he doesn't, well, we're no worse off than we are now with our current attacking struggles. But the gamble is huge. The expectations would be massive, and the pressure on both player and manager would be intense from day one. The bottom line, for the Whites. So there you have it, Leeds faithful. 3 stories that paint a picture of a club in transition, under pressure, and making moves that could define our entire season. We've got Calvert-Lewin struggling to find his feet after a nightmare debut. A potential loan move for Bonanot that could add the creativity we desperately need, and a shock pursuit of Werner that nobody saw coming. The transfer window closes. In days, Daniel Farke knows he needs more attacking options, and the pressure is building after that Arsenal hammering and Sheffield Wednesday embarrassment. Every decision made in these final hours could be the difference between a successful Premier League campaign and another season of struggle. The board's backing the manager, the fans are demanding results, and time is running out faster than a Werner counterattack. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because these final days of the transfer window are going to be absolutely bonkers. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 3 stories has got you most excited or worried. Are you backing Calvert-Lewin to come good, desperate for Buonanote's creativity, or intrigued by the Werner wildcard? The real question is, Can Leeds United pull off the transfer masterclass they need in these final days? Or are we about to witness another classic Leeds transfer window disaster that leaves us all wondering, what if? The clock's ticking, the pressure's mounting, and the Whites faithful are holding their breath, marching on together. Whites,